And now we go to our podcast tip of the week. So
Tip of the week.
All right, so this is here's the thing. We can't necessarily give you advice on this. We can only give you our journey on what we've been doing.
Come on, journey.
In regards to marketing. Now, if any of you decide to drop a podcast and just think you can post it and people will listen, you got
another thing coming.
Yeah, all fucked up.
Marketing is very important because nobody will know you dropped a podcast if you do not let people know you dropped a podcast. And so, the main thing that we do for marketing is dropping reels or shorts or whatever on social media. And is YouTube considered social media?
Yeah.
On social media. So here's my experience with reels. I can only tell you mine. Jay will let you know his. For me, as Jay likes to tell us, like to keep the reels under a minute. I like the subject matter to. That should be like the subject matter should be like the first thing that comes up on the reel, right? Like whatever you talk about in this reel, and when you edit in the clip, that should be like immediately the first thing they see. Like, what are we talking about here? And then do your best to kind of change camera angles or whatever the fuck. I'm bad with terminology, but make sure you keep the viewer interested. Okay. Get to the point. Try to take out any type of breaks, any any pauses. Get rid of all of that and get to the point of your reel because people can easily swipe up.
They sure can. They just be
get
like,
to the point.
They won't even hit that light.
Possible.
They won't hit the like. They won't interact.
No, and try your best to give people a call and response. So ask people to subscribe, ask people to share. Ask them something. You know what I'm saying? Jay, what is your advice for real?
You want to make sure the clip, like you said, gets straight to the point, and you got to make sure it's something that people actually want to talk about as well. Fact. It's really hard to find the perfect moment of your podcast or your episode to make a clip that people will actually engage with. So sometimes it's going to be you're going to feel a little weird posting a clip that's a little raunchy, clickbaity. Because that's not how the conversation went. But you want to make sure it's something that makes people come to your podcast. Be like, what were they talking about? Or
they want to hear the before and after. Yeah.
Sometimes you get shit on. But hey, if you getting 70,000 bad comments, that's 70,000 people who commented on your post, who came to your page.
And that's another thing.
On other videos. And
don't expect one reel to get you popping.
Nope.
You gotta crank them out.
You gotta crank them out.
Got to.
A couple times a week. At least some people say every day. That's too much. We got live.
I think that's excessive.
Yeah.
That's excessive.
You should be trying to, for long form podcasts, you should be trying to get at least 3 to 4 reels off of an episode. Maybe even, as much as you can. Try to get as much as you can from one episode. And just so you have a lot of stuff to post, and you don't have to post everything in one day, right? Instagram has scheduling, YouTube scheduling, all of them. You can schedule these posts so that you make them, and then over the course of a week or so, they just come out. So you constantly giving people something to look at. They're constantly seeing your podcast, your reel out there. Lately, one of our highest views has been the Rod Wave reel.
I mean, y'all were chewing us the fuck up.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. It could have been worse.
But when you look at the reel, it gets straight to the point. The first thing we say, what Rod Wave is a way bigger artist than Gorilla. What are we talking about, right? That gets them straight to what we discussed, and then we go more into it in the next couple seconds, right? So that's at the moment our best example of something that we've done that's kind of been popping. Am I tripping?
No. That's the most famous. That's the most viral one we got. We got some that got high, but that's the highest. I think that's the highest one we've ever had.
Yeah.
I will also say, don't rely on only your friends and your family, because eventually they're gonna get sick of sharing them, and that's okay.
Here's my thing too. I feel like we don't talk about this enough. Do not feel like, don't be afraid to repost.
Yeah.
Like if you posted that shit on your story yesterday, guess what you're gonna do today? Post it on your story again, because you just never know. Sometimes I click through people's story and you're clicking through and you're multitasking and you don't peep it. Okay, you post it again. Somebody who's now paying more attention to said story, oh shoot, let me check this out. They go to the page. Then on YouTube, you can connect related videos, so it can take them right to that long form or the full length version video. So don't feel like, oh, I'm tired of reposting it. You got to keep reposting it in order to get the motion and get more eyes on it.
And there we go with the podcast tip of the week, man.
No clearance.